So a big welcome to you all. Thank you so much for joining us. If you don't know me, my name is Bill Leahy. I am the chair of the Shakespearean Authorship Trust. This evening, what have we got for you for this year's Shakespearean Authorship Trust conference? Well, volumes that I prize above my dukedom, all about Shakespeare sources. Now, this is a fascinating subject. It has fascinated scholars for hundreds of years. And it's a very complex subject as well, with all sorts of different facets to it. And we'll be exploring some of those various facets over the next two evenings. And we're going to start with Stuart Gillespie, who is one of, if not the most renowned scholars in the world when it comes to Shakespeare's sources. And then we close the conference tomorrow evening with a wonderful conversation between Mark Rylance and Joel Cohen, the screenwriter, who has just directed a version of The Tragedy of Macbeth. So some great bookends there and some wonderful stuff in between. Now, to kick us off, before we actually dive into Shakespeare sources, we are going to hear how Prospero prized volumes from his library above his own dukedom. Mark, over to you.
I, thus neglecting worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness and the bettering of my mind, with that which but by being so retired or prized or popular rate, in my false brother awaked an evil nature. He needs will be absolute Millen. Me, poor man, my library was dukedom large enough. Of temporal royalties, he thinks me now incapable. A treacherous army levied, one midnight, fated to the purpose, did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness, the ministers for the purpose hurried thence me and thy crying self. In few, they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged, nor tackle, sail, nor mast, the very rats instinctively had quitted. By providence divine, some food we had, and some fresh water that a noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, out of his charity, being then appointed master of this design, did give us, with rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries, which since have steadied much. So, of his gentleness, knowing I loved my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom.